Hi, YouTube. How are you? This is my first live, and I wanted to come on here and introduce myself, give a little brief update, and then also give us big thanks to all of you for your support on my channel, especially this past week. Um, Hello. And please put your name so that I could call you by name. I'm not sure if your name is Star. I'm Nina. Should have put that there in my comments, but I started this YouTube channel in March of this year, and already I'm getting very close to my goal of 1K subscribers. And in the past week, I've received so much support on one of my videos, my gray hair journey in pictures. And so, to all of you who took the time to watch that, to like and subscribe, I really want to thank you for your support. I believe in the past month, I think I got like 500 new people. So that's why I wanted to take this time to introduce myself. I'm Nina. I wanted to do this channel to have a place for young women, especially women of color who prematurely gray, and they want to be able to see what it looks like and to give you some encouragement along the way. I feel that there are many things out there for women who gray, whether it's to cover your gray, whether it is practical tips on how to do your hair, what products to use. But what you'll find with me personally is the importance, hi, Beverly, the importance of compassion. That is something I'm finding with a lot of different experiences or seasons that I'm having in my life, that compassion is a real invaluable tool and practice for anything that we go through. So I feel with the gray hair journey, it's not just about your hair. It brings up a whole bunch of different emotions that you didn't think would come up. And I feel that there's so many different, it's important to deal with those emotions in a compassionate way. So that is what my channel is mostly about my gray hair. Um, YouTube has been an amazing resource for me since 2011, really. That was when I really started going on there. Hello. Hello to everyone joining. Please let me know your name so that I could address you by your name. I'm Nina. I was saying YouTube is an invaluable resource for me since 2011. It was where I turned to when I was deciding to go natural. So I've been natural since 2011, and basically in 2017, I started my gray hair journey. So it's going to be going on 3 years. In May, it'll be 3 years. And what I loved about YouTube is being able to see so many different ones like me who were going through the natural hair process. And I think this will be very invaluable for those who are starting to gray. It's becoming a trend now, so that they can have somewhere that they could turn to, know that they're not alone. I'm glad you found it too, Star. Thank you so much. So yes, I definitely wanted to come on here, and I prematurely grayed early. Uh, my late 20s, I would say, I really started to see a um, growth of gray roots on my hairline. And now, as you can see, I don't know if you would call this 80% gray, but I, it's been one of the most amazing journeys that I've been on. Comparing my gray hair journey to my natural hair journey was also amazing, but this gray hair journey has left me feeling way more comfortable in my own skin than anything that I've been through. And then I'm also a mom to a beautiful 4-year-old boy. And that journey right there, motherhood, has taught me so much about self love and how to show unconditional love. So I could thank my son for that. And you'll hear me give my experiences on that also. So it's primarily about gray hair, but I'm not all just about hair. And I also deal with chronic illness. And if you look at my channel and see my other videos, you'll see that I mention the non-epileptic seizures that I deal with. And there are many of you on here who have found me through searching about it and have emailed me and told me how much you appreciated the videos. And I want you to know how much that means to me, because I just wanted to put a well-rounded view of me besides just my hair. And I didn't think that many would show interest in my health also. But I wanted to bring awareness to this condition. It's an invisible illness. You can't see it. From just looking at me, you probably don't think that I suffer from any different conditions, but it's not that much spoken about. So I'm really happy to also be able to bring awareness to that condition, non-epileptic seizures, because it's had a huge impact in my life, especially recently. So I will be doing an update on that. I have 2 videos on what they are, how I experience them. And I'll be doing, like I said, a future video letting you guys know what's happened over the summer. Just in the matter of months, a lot has happened. And yeah, so I'm 38. I have a beautiful gray crown that I love, that I would love to inspire you to embrace your own. And I've said this in my first video, I'm not here to bash anyone who decides to color their hair still or who isn't ready, but those who need that compassionate cheerleader, I'm that for you. So those of you who see this live afterwards, please in the comments let me know what it is that you would like to see within those 3 categories. Like I said, about my hair, about my motherhood journey, or about chronic illness, if you also are a chronic warrior. And again, I haven't had a chance to come on here and do a specific video thanking you all for your support. It's not just about watching the videos and liking them, but your comments mean so much, especially when you give me feedback on how it impacts you. And to some, it may seem like hair is very superficial, and it is compared to many things, but it can be a big transition for some of us to accept this stage of life, and to be able to know that I can help inspire some of you to do that is really, really rewarding. So I thank you so much for allowing me to do that. And it's from you guys that I'm able to, get the feedback and then go from there. So this is I'm really proud of myself, because I'm also on Instagram, if you didn't know, at the same handle, Naturally Graceful. And it's really from there that I found this amazing Silver Sister community, where you see so many different women in different stages of their gray hair journey, just starting out, in the middle, fully transitioned, some who've just chopped their hair off, others who are growing their hair out, some who have gotten their hair toned or colored to be able to deal with the transition. And so it's an amazing community over there. So you can also go on Instagram and find me there. But I really busy on there, and I go on live, but I haven't done it yet for YouTube. And I was really nervous before I hit the live button, but it's amazing how you go through different things in your life, and each thing that you push yourself to do sets you up for the next thing. And so I also feel that my latest video that I have out, I talk about the gifts of this gray hair journey. And I mentioned the first one being courage. Courage, being able to feel the fear and push through it and do it anyway. And so I did that with my hair, and it's gone into other areas of my life, especially when it comes to sharing this with you guys online and not getting so caught up in my head, and being able to be authentic and not try and put on a front, just be who I am. And those who get me, as you guys are. Hi, Tamara. Thank you so much. Awesome. So you stopped dying, or you're making the decision to die? And is Tamara your first name? It's nice to meet you. I'm Nina. So comments like that also are awesome. I'm really here to help you guys in any way that I can. Also on Instagram, I tried for the first time a purple shampoo from Pantene to help keep my hair bright. Because one of the things that can be difficult when you're graying is the yellowing of the hair. So that you could check that out also to see how my hair looked after I washed my hair. But like I said, any who watch this afterwards, if you have any questions for me, please put it in the comments section. And if there's something you want to ask but not in the comments section, you can also email me at naturallygraceful@gmail.com. But as I was saying, courage that has come from this journey, which is a gift, has also helped me in sharing my story. And I love Brene Brown. She has a lot of quotes about courage. She talks about courage over comfort. You can't do both. It's one or the other. Okay. Tamara, you're saying that you're making a decision to transition. Honestly, sometimes that can be the hardest part, making the decision. I remember when I was trying to make the decision, it felt like, if you guys know about double dutch, and right before you're about to get into the rope, you kind of like anticipating when you're going to go in because you didn't want to be hit by the rope. That's what it felt like when I was first making the decision. So what are you most afraid of, Tamara, with this transition, if you don't mind sharing? And Star says, I have love. I think I saw your comment there before. Yeah, it can be a love and hate relationship, especially in the beginning. For me, I found I can definitely say it was love hate because it wasn't fully out so that I could appreciate it the way it is now. When I had a lot more of my darker hair, it was hard for me. It was such a contrast. But now that it's like fully out there, I'm loving it. Star, are you fully transitioned? And Stacy, nice to meet you. But yeah, I was saying that the first step, making the decision, can be sometimes the hardest thing. And then also committing to that decision, because you can start it and feel like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Do I really want to do this? Because I had moments like that where I saw the little inch of growth and I was like, oh my gosh. But I will say for me personally, cutting my hair helped a lot because I didn't have as much, it didn't feel like I had that long to go to see my hair fully gray. But having short hair was something to get used to again, even though I big chopped in 2011 for my natural hair journey. Big chopping again in 2017. And I think that was almost the lowest that I had gone. Okay, Star says 4 months ago, you dyed your hair? Hi, Shauna. Check out Shauna's page, Let's Talk Naturally. She just started her channel. I'm so proud of her. And she has a Bask and Bloom review for you guys, anybody who is interested in that, as well as into how to take care of your natural hair. She's a great resource for that. But Star, I'm not sure if you said 4 months ago was the last time you dyed, if that's what you meant when you said that. But I'm going to be on just for a couple of minutes more. Okay, yes. Yes, I think you're saying that was the last time you dyed it. But hi, Sandra. Sorry. Sandra said, so excited you're live, looking good today. Question, did going silver change your fashion style? It did, in a good way. I honestly feel going natural really changed me. I used to be a neutrals girl, where I would just wear blacks and browns. But once I went natural and my hair was short, this was the interesting thing about doing a big chop. Your face is like right out there. So I was like, that's when I started to get into makeup. I started to get into bolder colors. So I can't say gray brought that out in me, but now that I'm gray, I like the contrast of things. My hair is its own accessory. I do find that I don't wear as much jewelry as I used to. I used to be like a necklace and just like a lot of jewelry. Now, if I have some hoops, I'm good to go. And I think that's also because of my hair being short. Um, I find that I love the colors, and I'm maybe a little bit more bold now, especially with a red lip. Red lip and my gray hair is like awesome. I do find everyone is different. I find some people on Instagram saying that they found when they went gray that some of the colors that they wore, it's not the same for them. I can't say that to be true for me. And I actually saw a woman the other day. She wore black and white. I think her name is Midwest Thrifter or something. And she looked good. Even it didn't wash her out or anything like that. Did you find, Sandra? I forget if you told me you were on a gray hair journey also. Did you find a difference with fashion? Thank you, Shauna. She says, "You're such an inspiration. I love your real talk." I realize after this, you guys won't be able to see the comments, so that's why I'm reading it. Tamara says, "I wasn't ready. Feared that I would be looked at as an old woman. I started graying when I was 25, now in my 40s. Yeah, I know how you feel, Tamara. And it's hard because, again, I'm my my go-to is to empathize with how people feel instead of tell them don't worry about it. And like, I get it, and I've mentioned that in some of my videos. It is hard with the society that we live in. You don't want to look old. And honestly, I have found this happened just the other day. I saw somebody who had darker hair, but they looked older to me. So I don't think that hair color always is the thing. If you do different things to help you feel beautiful, help you feel young, I think you'd be surprised by that, Tamara. And you just started. It's gonna be an adjustment. I will say that. Um, and Star said, "LOL, yes." Shauna says, "I personally think you look even better with short and silver hair." I feel that too, Shauna, which is nice. Uh, Shauna says, "Your hair is a great accessory. You have the perfect shade of silver." Now, see, this is what I mean about how people love my pattern of gray hair. When I was transitioning and before I decided I wanted to go gray, I did not like the fact that my hair was very bright. I wish that it would be like the back, salt and pepper, and more subtle. But the way my genetics is set up, it was like, no, we're going to be bold. So now, as I let it go and I embrace it, it looks amazing to me. And I agree, Shauna, like the cut life is everything to me right now. So Sandra says, "I'm gray and the lipstick was the big change, and love silver jewelry more on me, and love white shirts." That's awesome, Sandra. On Instagram, they recently had, she's on here too on YouTube. I believe it's Sparkling Silver also. She had a challenge. If you go on there, it's a great resource to see so many different women. It's a color challenge, and she has like Silver Sisters in orange and purple, and she recently did one in white. And again, sometimes people think if you wear white or you wear black, you'll be washed out with gray hair, but you'd be amazed to see how good it looks with the white hair. Hi, Christine. How are you? And lipstick, yes, Sandra. So what color lipstick do you find wearing brighter lipstick now that you're gray? Because for me, oh my gosh, I love a bold lip. I loved it before, but I love it even more now. So I think gray didn't make me more bold. It helped me appreciate it, just like complemented so much better. So again, by me sharing my journey, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to want to do it, but they'll be able to see it's not as bad as you think. Sandra says, "Love that gray ombre and thanks for the recommendations. Love red lips and gloss." Yes, red lips. And actually, around this time of year, fall or winter, the darker vampy type colors are also popular. And I'm loving those colors too. Like, I feel like this is like a beautiful canvas, and anything I put on is just like pop. I'm glad you're doing well, Christine. I'm doing great. I did my first live. That was an example of something I was really nervous about. I didn't even know if anybody would show up. And I'm pleasantly surprised to have all of you guys have showed up and asked me questions. So I'm going to see if this is something that I could do on a weekly basis, to just come on here and talk with you guys and answer questions that you have, especially those of you who are just starting your transition. So I'm going to be wrapping it up because I'm actually going to go on Instagram live with my little sister at 12:30. So if you guys want to check that out, again, it's Instagram, the same handle, Naturally Graceful. And for those of you who see it on the replay, then like I said, please comment. Let me know if there are any video topics on gray hair or motherhood or chronic illness that you would like me to do. And yeah, I thank you so much to all of you who showed up and who asked great questions. And Tamara, I'll be looking out for you. Please know, Tamara, that you could email me if you have any, if you need some help with something. I'm here. I'm here. All right. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you all for showing up. And again, those of you who couldn't have joined this live, I thank you all for the comments. The comments really, really mean a lot. They really mean a lot. And so this year has been a great year of growth and me learning to feel more comfortable in my own skin. And you guys, I thank you so much for your part in that. So also on Thursdays, I really try and get into having a good gratitude practice. So those of you who watch this afterwards, let me know what you've gained from this journey, because the series that I'm doing now with my videos each week on Mondays is talking about the gifts of the gray hair journey for me. And I've chose 5 that stick out to me. So if you guys would like to add any of what you felt has been a good gift from that, that'd be great, so other people can see it and we don't focus so much on what we lose, but what we gain. Hi, Deborah. Deborah says, love your gray hair, embracing mine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deborah. And thank you all to who showed up on here. And thank you to all of you who watch later on. I hope you guys have a compassionate day, and I look forward to getting to know you better. Bye.